Hello StarCraft fans, this is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between TLO and BigBoss on Dusk Towers. In the top side of Dusk Towers, we have the red Zerg player. It is Liquid TLO, representing Team Liquid. And in the bottom of Dusk Towers, we have the blue Terran player. It is BigBoss. Now, I know what you're saying, Falcon, it just looks like a bunch of Russian characters to me, and yes, it kind of does to me as well, but this is BigBoss. He competed in the European qualifier for the Gauntlet SC2 Legacy of the Void tournament a couple of weeks ago, and I was informed that BigBoss here is the current top Russian Terran player on the European ladder. He is Grandmaster, he won a tournament recently, and I feel like it's a very good matchup for TLO, so let's see what happens. Alright, so a ZVT here on Dusk Towers, obviously a hatch first coming out from TLO. We'll see what timing on the spawning pool is here. It looks as though it might be about a 16 extractor. Let's take a look at that and see what's going on. Oh man, he's waiting. And actually a 15 extractor into what looks like probably about a 16 pool. Meanwhile, looks to be a Reaper expand here for the Terran player, BigBoss. And we'll have to see if that happens at the same time. Spawning pool does come up for TLO. The music gets intense because the spawning pool is on the way. Extractor finishes. Immediately workers get on in there. The timing is so crisp for both of these players. Immediately a Reaper indeed starts coming out here. The barracks. Just with the gas, there's nothing else that could have really been. Reaper expand definitely on the way here for BigBoss. And on the other end of things, I believe the timing on the spawning pool should allow for TLO to defend this without too much trouble. But in the meantime, the expansion command center is coming down. Again, it is safe against Zerg. If you wall up at the front here with the supply depots, as you can see, then the Zerg cannot really get to this at any point unless they decide to make a couple drop lords, which I haven't actually seen on this map, although it might be something TLO tries to do, because it can be very good indeed. But there comes the Reaper heading out across this map of Dusk Towers, rockets shooting out of its back, legs dangling in the breeze, just enjoying life. Look at him. I just imagine kind of just jiggling back and forth, probably playing some of his favorite tunes, off to kill some Zerglings, maybe kill a drone or two, return back to his wife and kids, that much happier at a job well done. Hops on up, and indeed, two queens are on the way. The Lings are already out, speed's on the way at the same time. A factory follow-up back at home, obviously, that's what we like to see. KD8 charge, oh, gets dodged there by TLO. Huh, alright, Lings get a couple shots off there, but once again, the micro just pretty much insane here. Oh, another KD8 charge dodge there by the representative from Team Liquid. The Reaper has a single kill, but has not actually hit anything with these charges yet. The Queen gets out of the way again. Now, I haven't seen this a whole lot from Zerg players. Obviously, Reapers are very popular in this matchup. This KD8 charge ability explodes after a short delay, dealing 10 damage and knocking back nearby units, but it's only 10 damage. A lot of Zerg players say, whatever, but it adds up. Lings don't have that many hit points. And actually, after I say he's been dodging it a lot, the Queen actually takes the damage there. See, 10 damage was taken off her. A couple shots from the Reaper as well. But here come the Lings. Speed is just about to finish, making them that much more effective. The Reaper is playing with fire here. Coming up here, KD8 charge does knock a couple of the Lings forward. Now they are Speedlings, and the Reaper's moments are numbered. Does get caught in the corner there and completely die. Couple Hellions coming out here from the factory. Two more in process, and a starport on the way, so a bit of a 1-1-1 build with that expansion thrown in there at the same time that we've seen from Terran players all over the place. Here in Legacy of the Void, starport finishes, and immediately Cloak and Banshee is being trained here, so moving from Reaper into Hellion into Banshee harass. Interesting indeed from our Terran player, BigBoss. One thing I do want to say, I cast a bunch of his games in that Gauntlet European qualifier, and he doesn't really have a standard play. I mean, he almost plays it like Zerg, to where he switches up his play depending on what the other player is doing, almost from the get-go, I want to say. So he doesn't really have something where he's really good with mech, or he's really good with bio, or he really likes going air. He's pretty much good with all of the units. He can take games off of anybody, doing pretty much anything, which makes him one of the more interesting Terran players in my experience. So we'll have to see how he does. Obviously, the Hellions are heading on up, 6 of them now, a little bit delayed, but having 6 is nice. It's more than 4. Obviously, they do well against bigger groups of Lings. The Queens as well can't kill them quite as quickly. The Banshee heading up to the backside of this main base to try to kill what it can, while the Hellions are holding TLO's attention in the front. Here come the Hellions, and here come the Speedlings. Whoa, just roasting up them Lings. Roast, roast, roast. The drones are evacuating themselves. They want no part of this battle. Oh, the Queens do get 2 kills, though. Spine Crawler catching them on the ramp. Whoa. Whoa, and at the same time, the Lings surrounding all of the Hellions are now dead. The Banshee trying to kill stuff, going after this Queen. Is she going to get it? She has Cloak, which is awesome. Spore Crawler. Oh, almost plants in time. Maybe to get another shot or two off on this Banshee, but the Banshee is very happily just going to town on some of these workers. The workers are forced to retreat on this far side, close to where the Spore Crawler is, and not mining for a little bit there. Banshee getting somewhat low on energy, down to 23, 22, dropping very quickly indeed. Lings over here trying to get some damage in at the same time, and are they going to try to sneak on up? Ooh, if there's a supply depot lower, they might actually cause some trouble here, and here they come. They are going for it. And no, the Banshee smashes one of them into the ground, the other one as well. They check for the base and then they run on back home. Banshee up, does get another drone kill, trying to escape now, but there's a Queen to meet her. And the Banshee does explode. So this creep Queen that is just doing her job, throwing down creep. TLO does love to do that. Actually does get a kill. So kills the Banshee. Has 2 kills, perhaps also killed a Hellion there earlier, taking both of his gas now and going for that lair as well as +1 melee attack. Where are some of them Lings? Come here, Lings. How are your upgrades right now? Oh, actually, already has the ground carapace. And here comes another cloaked Banshee. Look at this investment that BigBoss is throwing out today in the cloaked Banshees. And I don't know if it's been that fantastic, honestly. 6 drone kills for 6 Hellions and basically 2 cloaked Banshees at this point. I don't know. Spore Crawlers are out. Queens are out. A lair is up, which means we could see an Overseer here, but I don't see one morphing in on that production tab. Spore Crawler tries to come in and save his friend. Can he get it? And he does actually plant in time to save the Spore Crawler, buddy. The cancel happens just at the last second. And the drone, oh no, does get the drone. I thought the drone had escaped, but the Banshee had other plans. Up to 5 kills now and gets out of there before that cloak wears off. Drop coming up now as well for the Medevac. Aspire coming up for TLO. As well as another hatchery down here. So TLO just on his game, dealing with all this harassment, feeling very well indeed. The Lings get a full surround here on the Marines. Is it enough to kill them? It looks like it is. Whoa, they killed 2 or 3 of them. A Baneling morphing in, centrifugal hooks being researched at the same time. The Banshee comes rolling back on in and is killed by the Spore Crawler and the Queen. I'm not sure the Banshee knew the Spore Crawler was there, unfortunately for it, but these Marines, they do have no upgrades whatsoever, just make the +1/+1 Lings that much more effective, which is why BigBoss can't really get a hold out here. He needs his own upgrades to show up. He almost has +1/+1 for combat infantry, for weapons and for armor, but not quite yet. There's another factory coming up. There is an armory as well and a hive. Whoa, TLO getting the 7-minute hive. Look at that, right with his spire as well, right at the front door here. Lings are running around just patrolling across the creep, trying to see where the pesky Terran will attack next, because that's what good Terrans do. They put pressure on Zergs until they win. Stimming, running on up once again here. Our Marines, our Widowmines. Oh, the Queen gets killed immediately. Slow Banelings getting target fired down there by the Marines. There are none left. A Widowmine killing a couple as well, but picking up and lifting off once again is BigBoss. Look at this production tab from TLO. He's getting centrifugal hooks. He's getting pneumatized carapace. He's getting armor. He's getting infestors. What the? Did he accidentally manually detonate that Baneling? That was weird. I'm not sure what else it hit on there, but anyway, the Lings come rolling on in. The Banelings are fast now. And that's enough for BigBoss. He's going to pick up and move on out of there and get the Widowmine before another shot goes off. Very close there. However, Drilling Claws on the way here for BigBoss. He really wants to make use of these Widowmines from this point on. +2/+2 on the way. TLO might be going for Ultras. These upgrades are very fast for him. But Spore Crawler tries to kill him. Medevac can't quite do it. And these Marines and the Marauders are trying to kill stuff. But a Fungal comes out. The Infestor pops out, throws down a Fungal. Is responsible for the deaths of quite a few of these units. This Widowmine in the back has 5 kills. Some of those might be friendly, though. The Queen's trying to snipe stuff down. But the Marine and Marauder count is just too high. Another drop over here as well is getting cleaned up by Fungal Growths and by Zerglings. That one gets taken down, no problem whatsoever. Another Queen might die here. Will it live? No, another Queen dies. Lings trying to roll on up. Fungals at the same time, trying to get rid of those Widowmines. Lings being split off to take down a Widowmine that is burrowed there, and the rest of the units are gone. Medevac forced to retreat home with its dignity intact, but little else. Very, very wounded, having lost all of her passengers. And a Queen trying to pick this one off. No, actually no. Coming over here to inject, I think. Why is there a rally point up there? That was weird. Inject. Good. And then throw down creep tumors. All right. But here comes a fairly big army from Big Boss. +1/+1 is here. +2/+2 on the way as well. And Ling's trying to come up to deal with this, but they're just too small. Oh, a Ling counterattack here, catching reinforcing Marines. Doing a pretty good job of it, getting Widow Mines at the same time. This is something you need to do, Zerg players, is get up there with Lings and catch those reinforcing units. Kill them while they're on move command instead of attack command. But, however, the main attack is still a big problem for TLO. Banelings are rolling in. Splits are pretty good, but a lot of units are falling at the same time. These Marines actually take down an Infestor, but Ling's popping out just at the last second. Can they kill them? They might be able to do so, but reinforcements are showing up here. A Spore Crawler does kill a Medevac before it can get pulled away there by Big Boss, but it was very, very close. Going after more drones here. Drones are just being felled by the dozens at this point. Spine Crawler buying some time, but is not very much at all. Ling's trying to roll in, but reinforcing units are coming across here. Another couple Widow Mine shots. A Fungal Growth comes up at the same time. Infestor on the front lines needs to back the heck on out of there. One Corruptor trying to kill all these Medevacs. Can't quite do it. More Baneling hits everywhere, though. Just destroying these ground units. More reinforcements coming up here as well for Big Boss. And, ooh, another Widow Mine shot. All these drones are forced to flee, fleeing for their lives, but Alan is accidentally leading Big Boss to the 5th base. Oh no, the 5th base is now under assault. All of these drones are just getting destroyed. There's nowhere for them to go. Small groups of Marines are chasing them down using the stim ability. All the workers here are cleaned up as well. Another big attack this time, but guess what? Ultras have popped out now. Ultras are here. Chitin is plating +3 armor on the way as well. These Ultras will be very hard to kill for Big Boss, but look at this. Losing this base. Huge problem here. Losing this base as well. How did that fall? Oh no, the Ultras are trying to save it, but are there enough of them? The armor is good. It's +3 here. But until these two upgrades finish, they won't quite be the destructive forces that they can be. Again, continuing to push off of 4 bases now is Big Boss, making a planetary fortress at this base here. It did actually just finish. +3/+3 on the way. Another drop over here with a single Marine gets completely cleaned up. Sorry, Marine. Doesn't even get picked up and evacuated. And heading back home is Big Boss. It looks like he doesn't want to quite push in here with Ultras that are now fully upgraded for the armor. 8 armor on these guys. I know it says 7, but it is definitely 8, which means Marines just hardly scratch the surface, especially because they're only +2 attack. But Ultras, they're going for it. They don't have really any support, but they're getting right on top of these units, being kited back as best as humanly possible. Here is Big Boss. Another Ultra swinging in from the backside. Going to try to kill what it can. Overseer just hanging out so that he can see the Widow Mines. Very low on health, but very effective. At the same time, the Ultras continue to push on in. They are killing Marines by the dozens, it feels like, but taking damage at the same time. Marauders keep throwing on in. Planetary Fortress doing damage. Ultras are actually falling. There are only 2 left. This one very low on hit points. 47 hit points there. Getting out of the range of these Liberators that are throwing down Defender mode circles. And the Ultra does fall. More reinforcing Ultras coming across the map, as well as some Lings coming to join in the fight. Infestors throwing down fungal growths on groups of Medevacs. But again, another Ultra very, very low on health. Marines, Marauders trying to come on out. Hellbats as well doing what they can, moving this Ultra back. I think there's a Queen coming on down as well, trying to throw some transfuses down. I'm not sure if it's actually going to work or not. These Ultras are just wreaking havoc on these bio units. Another one finally falls there. And just dodging the Defender mode circles as best they can. Those circles do 85 hit points of damage, which is a pretty significant hit to the Ultras. This Queen got all the way down, threw down a couple transfuses, and I think she's just going to die. The Ultra's trying to save her. But pretty good splits here as well. The army doing what they can to get rid of this single Ultra with 16 kills. It is an assassin. Will this Queen live? No, the Queen dies anyway. Another transfuse from another Queen comes up, though. Holy shamoly, 2 Ultras crushing on in. Lings rolling it at the same time. TLO has retaken his 4th base at that location. The Corruptors are whittling down this Medevac count, actually, and going for the Liberators now, focusing those guys down first, does take out a Liberator, but there's only a single Ultra on the ground here. The Corruptors are trying to kill Liberators as best they can find them, and a couple more shots should kill this one, and yes, it does kill it, but all the Corruptors die as well. A bit of a fair trade there. Planetary Fortress, it looks like, going to be built there by Big Boss saying, wow, how did I hold that off? Part of it was due to the +200 APM throughout this game, Big Boss. I can tell you that much. Resources lost tab, 14,000 minerals, 3,000 gas lost for Big Boss. 17,000 minerals, 4,000 gas lost for the Zerg player, and 45 drones died. Whoa, 40. I guess it was 45. A bunch here, a bunch transferring down here. Wow, massive play indeed. Fungals on these Liberators. Corruptor count is just not high enough to really deal with them here at this point. Ultras trying to clean stuff out. A couple Marines running up, extending themselves a little bit too much. And again, the Zerglings are up to their old tricks, trying to kill Marines and Marauders as they sneak up through here from their barracks. They're not on attack move when they're rallied. Liberators throwing up circles, just trying to zone the Ultras out. I'm not sure how much damage they're actually doing, but it looks like at this point, BigBoss is trying to trick the AI to get these Ultras into range of the Widow Mines, into range of the Defender mode circles on these Liberators. But once again, oh, BigBoss not learning from the mistakes of the past. The Lings are cleaning up a ton of Marines, a ton of Marauders here. Marauder just hoofing along, hoof, 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 hoof. Can I live? And he does actually live. The Lings lose lose containment there. Ultras in the back, kind of hiding. A couple Marines up here going after more and more drones. More workers are dying here for our Zerg player. 265 Lings have died as well. Just crazy amounts of damage. Ghosts now on the way for BigBoss at the same time. They should be able to do some damage there as well to these Ultras. Right on top of everything. And there's that Ghost. Just trying to stand against this many Ultras, but not going to happen, unfortunately for him. Medevacs flying around, Liberators taking another base here as BigBoss. I don't think he's lost a command center yet. For all the harassment that TLO has given him, I don't think I've seen a single one. And oh no, Widow Mine shot, killing both of these infestors. I was saying there was attacks up here, and these are Widow Mines just, crushing on into Widow Mines as well. The Ultras are darn near still alive. 4 of them in varying states of health. Trying to kill what they can. Can't see the Widow Mines. Marauder bravely shooting away at the giant monsters. Does get cut down, however. This Ultra is left alone by its buddies, and it's actually walking up here. They're going to try to get rid of this base as well. Bailing shots all over the place there, forcing a liftoff on this command center. Will it fall? Caustic spray being used as well. And yes, the Corruptors are going to get the command center. The Ultras are holding off reinforcements to save that base. Another Widow Mine shot. Oh, and a Ghost finishing off that Ultra. I believe the steady targeting ability is what's being used here. After carefully aiming for 1.43 seconds while not taking damage, the Ghost fires a sniper round, dealing 170 damage. It ignores armor. Another Widow Mine shot. Oh my goodness, Widow Mines is doing tons of damage before they get cleaned up, thanks to the Overseer in the air. Bringing down an orbital command here. Looks like, yes, BigBoss moved it from his third base, which is pretty much mined out, up to a new happy base for minerals with full Vespene geysers. This should serve him for quite a long time, unless TLO can do something about that. And what is TLO doing? He, again, has had this base for a while. It's fairly well saturated, but I think he needs another one. He's mined out here. He's mined out here. He's mined out here. Another Ling attack trying to swoop on down to this base, but there's an army here as well. They will shoo those Zerglings off every single time. Vipers in the production tab. Burrow on the way for TLO as well, continuing to make Liberators, Marauders, Marines, and Ghosts is our friend BigBoss today. And there we go, finally taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a 6th base. Right? Yep, a 6th base here is TLO at the 18-minute mark. He really needs that in order for this to work for him. And both players seem very content to just kind of sit back and hang out. It's a very low econ game. Look at this. 43 workers, 37 drones. And just spending his money as fast as he can get it here is TLO. Making workers, making Lings, making Banelings, trying to do enough to stay alive. This hatchery, again, I just feel like it's important. We'll have to see how it goes here. Only 8 workers here. I feel like maybe he needs just a big swell of drones, but he perhaps might be worried about another attack, which is a problem. This is a pretty big group of Marines and Marauders and Ghosts. +3/+3. Just kind of patrolling back and forth, trying to establish a new base here. And see how that works out for him. Once again, just chasing away a couple of those pesky, pesky Zerglings. Boom, boom, ba-dum, ba-dum, boom. Listening to the music, Corruptors on the way. Nothing much has changed for TLO, I don't think. Continuing to make Vipers, Corruptors, Ultras, Infestors, and Lings, having a pretty good setup here. But look at this base count. 1 kind of mining base, 2 mining bases, 3 mining bases to basically 2 right now for Wait. This base, I thought this was like how we're almost complete. What happened? Was there an attack over here that I missed? I don't know. I kind of feel like there was an attack over there that I missed. That's bad. All right. So TLO is not going to have this base as soon as I thought, which could pose a problem because, holy smokes, big push coming up to this high ground to harass this 4th base. And how is this going to work? Ghosts on the high ground are sniping down creep tumors. They're going after Lings. Lings are taking a ton of damage as well. Wow, every Ling just absolutely gets destroyed there. Marauders on the high ground forcing retreat of all of those workers, dropping the Marauders to the low ground to take out that Spore Crawler before it kills a medevac, and they do save it. Indeed. However, Lings are attacking over here. Lings are attacking over here. There's a bunker with 2 Marines on the inside. Barely still alive, but they should be able to save it as well. These Lings are still killing workers. Oh, burrowed in there. Okay, that's what the burrow was for. I think they're waiting for this army to go away, then they'll pop back on up. Very sneaky. Very sneaky. Greater Spire on the way for TLO. And this 4th hatchery does fall for TLO. So he has this base and this base that did finish here. Very oversaturated, though, barely taking these geysers. A small group of Lings as well, just taking a giant hit from that Widowmine. They want to kill this bunker, and they do kill the bunker, but the rest of the army shows up to clean them out. And are the Lings up yet? No, I'm not sure if they are at all. But finally chasing away BigBoss. I feel like he did enough damage. No mining here whatsoever. Overlord got a little bit too big for his britches. Where is this Ling? Is it only 1 Ling now? It is. It's a single Ling that is just trying to recover some energy and try to kill what it can. But it's 37 to 50 harvesters. Right now, TLO with a big swing of workers does have a Broodlord on the way from that Corruptor. Here comes a big attack. Ultras in the front. Banelings rolling in on everything. Blinding Cloud going down. Marines and Marauders killing what they can. Liberators destroying the Corruptors. All those Ultralisks just absolutely melted in the face of this army. And that's it. TLO calls the GG, is defeated. And BigBoss is victorious here today. Well, hey, howdy, hey. How'd you like that for a TVZ? Again, I really like what I'm seeing from BigBoss recently. He is just, again, adapting his strategies to what the Zerg player is trying to do. He did multiple pronged attacks. He came up here early. He killed a ton of workers. I feel like that was key for him. Killing all the workers at this base, killing this hatchery, killing the transferring workers at the same time, actually killing this hatchery as well. He did destroy, how many hatches? 3 total for the Zerg player TLO. And TLO, I just feel like he couldn't ever really get his feet back after that. He had armies, but they weren't big. He never had like 10 Ultras. He never had a huge group of Roaches or Hydras. He never had 5 or 6 Broodlords. It was always just a scattering amount of units here trying to harass the Terran player. But in the end, the defense was pretty good. BigBoss did lose this base here, but he never lost another command center. I don't think the rest of the game, which is pretty amazing considering how good of a player TLO is. So congratulations here to BigBoss. And just fantastic play all the way around. I really hope you enjoyed it. This has been Falcon Paladin with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. If you did enjoy what you saw here, please hit that like button or hit that subscribe. You can also catch me on Twitter and Facebook, both at /FalconPaladin. I do like to post things that are funny and interesting to those social media accounts and not just links to my own casts, which is kind of annoying, I know, but I try to avoid doing that. And that's about it. So again, as always, thank you so much for watching and supporting my channel. And until next time, as always, you take care of yourself.